Hello, my name is Aaron, and welcome back to the Retro Gaming Collective. We have a really interesting topic to talk about today. I know it's been a little while since I've posted a video. Life gets busy, and you guys know how it is. You probably notice a difference or two about me if you've seen my other videos in that time. But I've had the PlayStation VR for probably, I don't know, 6 months or so at this point. And so I've had some time to think about it and had some time to try all the different peripherals and the controllers and this and that for it. So I wanted to talk to you guys, and first I wanted to show you some of those peripherals and some of the games that they work for. And I also want to tell you whether my opinion has changed since I've gotten the PSVR. So let's dive right in. So the first thing I got before I got anything else was this stand for my PSVR, so you can just sit it right on the table. It actually looks really cool when it's displayed like this, I think, and it keeps it neat because the cable, you know how it is when if you're a retro collector, you have cables everywhere. So anything you can do to keep your cables neat, it's something you want to try. So when I got this, I was really happy. There are some with built-in chargers for the Move controllers. Back when I got this, they didn't have any available, and I didn't feel like waiting, so I got this. I'm still really happy with it, so I would definitely recommend it if you don't have it, or if you don't have anything for it. I would get this. It's pretty awesome. Next thing I wanted to talk about, and I mentioned this in my console review about 6 months ago, or however long it's been, the PlayStation aim controller. This is really an interesting, it's just a really interesting thing to pair with the VR headset. Now games like Farpoint, let me find it here. Games like Farpoint, they're perfect for this. Absolutely perfect. And one of the things that I find to be super cool about this is every movement that you make with the controller. If you're holding it like this, you're looking around, every movement you make, you turn it this way. That's the way it shows up on your VR headset. So it's almost eerie the way you're holding that controller. It feels like you're actually holding it. You're actually aiming it. Like when you hold it up and you aim, it actually looks like you're holding it. It's insane. Definitely recommend it if you are going to pick up Farpoint. And even Doom VFR here. Now, Doom VFR, I also mentioned in my last video. This game's really cool because it's got that point and click. You teleport to wherever you want to go. You're not really running. It's kind of interesting, and definitely the PlayStation aim controller makes that even more interesting. So I would recommend getting that as well. The other things here that are absolute necessity, if I can get them here, absolute necessity for the PlayStation Move would be, or PlayStation VR, would be the Move controllers. Now what's really cool about this is if you play games like Job Simulator or something like that, you actually will move your hands and you can press the button to pick things up and throw. It's crazy. And again, it's just something. It's one more thing for you to get immersed into the game that you're playing. Now, Rush of Blood is another one that's really cool. I forgot to grab it off the shelf, but I was just thinking about it now. You can actually aim your guns in 2 different directions, like this or whatever you want to do. And that's something that you can't really do if you're using the DualShock 4, which you can certainly do, but your guns are locked in a position like this. You can move them out like that and move them in. But with these, you can just point them in which direction you want, which is also really cool. Now, again, they're things you have to charge. So I got this little charger here, and you can compress it if you only need to charge one. Obviously I have 2, so I just leave it open, charge 2. So those are like really the must-haves, I'd say, for the PlayStation VR. Now you can also get like PlayStation, the gold headset or the platinum headset, whatever you want. I just use my Apple earbuds. I don't feel like dishing out, a crazy amount of money for a headset when I have 50,000 of those things lying around from all my iPhone upgrades. So that's a personal choice of mine. You can certainly invest in the headset if you want. That's up to you. Now that we've talked about the peripherals, let's talk about whether my opinion's changed. Last time I talked about this, I ranted and raved about how great the PSVR is and how revolutionary it is and how it's going to change gaming forever, and I still feel that way. But I'll also say that that was kind of it was kind of the novelty of having the new toy to play with, right? So that to me, the novelty is kind of worn off a little bit, unfortunately. It's still really cool. I still really enjoy using it, but I do not use it nearly as much as I used to when I first got it. Is it something that if I didn't have now, would I still buy it? Absolutely. I would absolutely have this in my collection. I think it's definitely adds to the fun factor of the PS4. Is it necessary to enjoy the PS4? No, it's not. But I still would definitely recommend it. I mean, again, when you have people over and they come into your game room and you know, you want to impress them, and you want to have them see really cool, you know, technology, the VR is the way to go. I mean, I really enjoy having people over and having them try the VR for the first time, because I remember how that felt for me, and I was just massively blown away by it. And I still really am. I still think it's really cool. But again, the novelty is kind of worn off for me. So that's really all that I wanted to talk to you guys about today. I'm going to try to make as many videos as possible. But I also, you know, I work 40 some hours a week, and I'm in grad school too, so I got to try to squeeze it in when I can. If I have some really interesting topics, I'll obviously make a video when I can. But if you guys, as always, if you have any questions for me, feel free to reach out to me. On YouTube, you can write to me here. You can leave a comment. You can like, or you can subscribe. You can also reach out to me on Instagram at the Retro Gaming Collective. I don't post on there as regularly as I should, but I'm going to try to increase that as well. But as always, I really appreciate your time, and I appreciate you taking the couple of minutes to watch this video. And if you have any questions, I'm here. So until next time, thanks for watching.